Hi, welcome to Art by Anna Marie. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a leaf with water droplets on it in watercolor paints. I have loved learning to paint water droplets lately. I always think they look so tricky. Do not worry if you aren't great at drawing. I have a free template of this design on my website www.artbyannamarie.com. You can just head over there and download it before you start. Today I want to break down the technique for you. This is not necessarily for beginners, but I do think that if you follow these steps, you can definitely start to get better at water droplets. Remember, watercolor painting is all about experimenting and practice. Starting with 4 different green washes, I put a medium green onto my drawing. Then I leave a leaf vein and add my lighter greens. These are the first layers. I think this painting will have at least 3 layers. This is also the type of painting that you can do in sections over a few days. You see that I'm choosing to paint around the white water droplet spots, and that's because whenever you do watercolor painting, you'll never get a white that is whiter than your paper. So while I can go back over some of the droplets at the end with some white gouache, it's best to try as much as possible to keep some of the pure white of the paper. Once the sections of the leaf have been coloured in, you can start the background. Do not start the background while your leaf is still wet. We want the leaf to be crisp. To make the background appear to be out of focus, we're going to use the wet on wet technique, where we apply quite a lot of water and let the colours mix into themselves. Gather a paintbrush full of water and start by making random spots around the leaf. The aim is to fill the white background with water and some colour. Still using the green colour palette, make sure you mix in greys and purples so that these colours appear to be more shadowy. You want to allow the colours to mix into each other when they're on the paper, so you're trying to get more of a random mottled look. Once your background is dry, you'll go back onto your leaf and increase your layer colour. You do this by using more colour and less water. This layer is going to introduce some of the delicate veins that leaves have. Also, it'll make the leaf darker, and this will make it pop out from the background. Keep the tip of your paintbrush quite wet. This layer is not a wet on wet technique, but the layer that you're applying shouldn't be dry either. Now for the fun bit, the water droplets. Inside the droplets, we are going to put a bright green. This is because the water in the droplets has magnified the colour around the leaf. Contrastingly, we're also going to add quite dark green as this colour bounces around the droplet too. Now you want to build up the curves in your droplets by framing them with a medium coloured green. This is because you'll add your darker green, grey and even black to the outside of the droplets, and you'll need this medium colour to help make it appear like a gradient in the end. You'll see what I mean as we go. So much of watercolour is about understanding how each layer affects the previous one and also sets down a foundation for the next layer to come. So you're really practicing the skill of being able to mentally take a picture apart and build it back up one layer at a time. This just comes with practice, and it's what makes watercolour so special. Taking an almost black, you'll outline the droplet. You see that we've placed it just beyond our medium green to create the gradient. Take some clean water and activate the black line on the outside of the droplet to soften the edge. This blur will make the clarity of the droplet appear like it's floating around. Add some darker green around the droplets. This is your third layer of green for the leaves. Making the leaf darker the first time made it pop away from the background. This time we're making it darker so that the water droplets appear to be floating. It's the contrast with the green on the leaf and the white, brighter colors on the water droplets that creates the 3D effect. Now you want to build up the curves in your droplets by framing them with a medium colored green. This is because you'll add your darker green, grey and even black to the outside of the droplets, and you'll need this medium color to help make it appear like a gradient in the end. You'll see what I mean as we go. So much of watercolor is about understanding how each layer affects the previous one and also sets down a foundation for the next layer to come. So you're really practicing the skill of being able to mentally take a picture apart and build it back up one layer at a time. This just comes with practice, and it's what makes watercolor so special. Here is my top tip, and honestly, nothing I've seen anywhere else. Use a synthetic brush to blend the colors on the droplets so that they're more watery and appear shinier. Wet your paintbrush and wipe any excess water off. Go in and blend lightly some of the colors, then wipe off that excess color on a paper towel. Continue this process a little at a time until you feel like your droplets are blended enough. I never go for photorealism, and I like to leave the appearance of some layers, so I like that kind of watercolor look. That's about where I would leave it for me, but you might want to completely blend your water droplet. It's up to you. Finish off by lightly outlining some of your droplets, and here you have it. And here you have the finished results. I'm a little bit addicted to doing images with water droplets on it at the moment. I completed a frog earlier and also have now completed this one. If you want to see what I'm working on, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Art by Anna Marie. This one, of course, is going to be available in my shop, which is www.artbyannamarie.com. Thanks for watching.